paths of action. Actually, these 10 bad paths of action are an obstacle to the Noble Eightfold Path and even more to supreme complete enlightenment. Sastra. In these 10 bad paths of action, the Bodhisattva sees multiple causes and conditions of wrongdoings, as has been said above. In the present passage, the Buddha makes it known that the 10 bad paths of actions already destroy the lesser vehicle and all the more so the greater vehicle. 9. Sutra. Avoiding great pride. Actually, the Bodhisattva does not see any dharma and still less a superior dharma in which he could take pride. Sastra. The Bodhisattva who cultivates the 18 emptinesses does not see a definite mark of big or small in any dharma. 10. Sutra. Avoiding arrogance. Actually, the Bodhisattva does not see anything on which arrogance could arise. Sastra. For the Bodhisattva has eradicated the roots of the sevenfold pride and loves good dharmas deeply. 11. Sutra. Avoiding mistakes. By means of the non-apprehendoing of mistakes. Sastra. Because in all dharmas there is nothing that is eternal, happy, pure, personal. 12. Sutra. Avoiding desire, hatred, and delusion. Actually, he sees nothing that could be the object of desire, hatred, or delusion. These are, O Subhuti, the 12 dharmas to be avoided by the bodhisattva-mahasattva in the 5th ground. Sastra. On the meaning of the triple poison, see what has been said above. Moreover, the objects of the 3 poisons have no fixed nature. Bhumi 6. Sutra. Furthermore, O Subhuti, the bodhisattva-mahasattva in the 6th ground should completely fulfill 6 dharmas. What are these 6? They are the 6 perfections. Indeed, it is by keeping these 6 perfections that the blessed Buddha, the Sravakas, and Pratyekabuddhas have reached the other shore. 6 other dharmas are to be avoided, namely: 1. The bodhisattva should avoid thinking like the Sravakas and Pratyekabuddhas. The bodhisattva says to himself that the way of thinking of the Sravaka and the Pratyekabuddha is not the path that leads to supreme complete enlightenment. 2. By giving, he must avoid any sadness. He says to himself that actually this is not the path that leads to supreme complete enlightenment. 3. Seeing a beggar, he must avoid any discouragement. He actually says that this is not the path that leads to supreme complete enlightenment. 4. He must abandon all his possessions without distinction. Practicing generosity since his first production of the mind of Bodhi, the Bodhisattva should not say, "This may be given away. That may not be given away." 5. After having given away all his possessions, he must not feel any regret. He does this by the power of his loving kindness and compassion. 6. He must not have any doubt about the profound teachings. This due to the quality of his faith. These, O Subhuti, are the 6 dharmas which the bodhisattva-mahasattva must fulfill when he is on the 6th ground, and the other 6 dharmas that he should avoid. Sastra. For the 6 perfections, see above. Here the Buddha specifies the 6 perfections by which the adepts of the 3 vehicles all reach the other shore. Question. But the present chapter deals with the grounds of the Bodhisattva. Why then does it speak of the Sravaka and Pratyekabuddha attaining the other shore? Answer. Here the Buddha is speaking of the great power held by the 6 perfections. The Mahāyāna in its system contains the whole Hinayana, but the Hinayana does not contain the whole Mahāyāna. Here the Bodhisattva in the 6th ground completely fulfills the 6 perfections. He sees the emptiness of all dharmas, but, as he does not yet have the power of skillful means, he risks falling back into the rank of Sravaka and Pratyekabuddha. And so the Buddha, to protect him, orders him here to avoid the manner of thinking of the Sravakas and Pratyekabuddhas. This bodhisattva thinks about beings profoundly, feels great compassion for them and understands the absolute emptiness of all dharmas. When he gives, he saves nothing. When he sees a beggar, he has neither anger nor sadness. After having given, he feels no regret. Since his merits are great, the power of his faith is great as well. In his profound pure faith, he venerates all the Buddhas and completely fulfills the 6 perfections. Although he has not yet acquired skill in means, or the conviction that dharmas do not arise, or the concentration of the visualization of the Buddhas of the present, he feels no doubt about the profound dharma. He makes the following reflection. All teachings have faults. Only the wisdom of the Buddhas destroys the futile proliferation and has no lapses. And so, thanks to skillful means, he cultivates the good dharmas, and this is why he does not doubt. Bhumi 7. Sutra. Moreover, O Subhuti, the bodhisattva-mahasattva in the 7th ground must avoid 20 things. 1. Avoid belief in a self. Actually, the self does not exist at all. 2. Avoid belief in existence. 3. Avoid belief in the living being. 4. Avoid belief in the individual, etc. On the subject of who is knowing, who is seeing. Actually, these dharmas do not exist at all. 5. Avoid belief in extinction. Actually, no dharma is extinguished since all dharmas are absolutely unborn. 6. Avoid belief in anything eternal. Actually, a dharma that is unborn is not eternal. 7. Reject the notion of characteristic mark. Actually, purification like defilement does not exist at all. 8. Reject the view of causes. Actually, the bodhisattva does not consider this view to be correct. 9. Not to be attached to name and form. Actually, name and form do not really exist. 10. Not to be attached to the 5 aggregates. 11. Not to be attached to the 18 elements. 12. Not to be attached to the 12 bases of consciousness. Actually, these dharmas do not exist as inherent nature. 13. Not to be attached to the triple world. 14. Not to take it as a foundation. 15. Not to take it as a term. 16. Not to take it as a home. Actually, dharmas do not exist as inherent nature. 17. Not to be attached to the view of resorting to the Buddha. Actually, the true seeing of the Buddha does not come from this view. 18. Not to be attached to the view of resorting to the Dharma. For the Dharma is invisible. 19. Not to be attached to the view of resorting to the Sangha. For the Sangha is unconditioned in itself and does not constitute a support. 20. Not to be attached to the view of resorting to high disciplines. For the Bodhisattva is not attached to distinguishing arbitrarily between guilt and innocence. These are the 20 things to be avoided. Sastra. There are 20 things, the Atman, etc., to which the Bodhisattva is not attached because they do not exist. The reasons they do not exist have been explained above in many ways. The views about the Atman, the subject that knows and the subject that sees, as well as the views about the Buddha and the Sangha are derived from the emptiness of beings and cannot be accepted. All the others, from the view of extinction and of eternity up to the view about the disciplines, cannot be accepted because of the emptiness of phenomena.